What is awesome, has always been awesome, and will forever be awesome. Taking a really good shit. Waking up in the middle of the night, and thinking your alarm will go off soon, only to realize you went to bed earlier than usual and you still have hours and hours of sleep left. Music. Night sky filled with stars. Boobies. Pizza. When the girl boy you like likes you back. Having a relationship where both partners love and care about each other. Walking out of work that last day before your vacation begins. That feeling of looking forward to something fun and different for a week or two if it's on the agenda. Meetings getting cancelled. Taking a nap and waking up to see you teleported to your bed. Although I'm not sure that happens too often after you get past a certain age. Pizza. Meteor showers. The Lord of the Rings books. Lego. Cheese. The movie Tremors. The person who is reading this. Thunderbolts and lightning. Good health. Fried chicken. Visiting bookshops. Non-Americans of Reddit. Who is the most famous person from your country? That low-cost cosplay dude. Mia Khalifa. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Of the ones still alive, that is. Steve Irwin. Harold Bluetooth Edit. Other people have come with Hans Christian Andersen, who I forgot about. Mads Mikkelsen, of who I only know 2 movies he is in. Neil Spohr, who I considered. Nelson Mandela. Ho Chi Minh. Manny Pacquiao. Cristiano Ronaldo. Avicii. Carl von Linné, or maybe Dag Hammarskjöld. Hard to decide which one is more famous than the other. Edito. Or the generation maybe thinks PewDiePie is more famous. Albert Einstein, probably Pele. Ronnie fucking Pickering, Pedro Pascal, Mads Mikkelsen I would guess. John Paul II, Lech Walesa, Frederick Chopin, Maria Skłodowska-Curie. Take your pick. Men of Reddit, what's the one thing you hate about being a man? Sometimes my penis just won't listen to me. When I go to pee and have it all lined up just for it to shoot out a 40-degree angle. The automatic assumption that I just know about mechanics, carpentry, and DIY. If you sit to pee, sometimes you will screw up and piss through the gap between the toilet seat and the bowl. Many people in my life assume that I can just turn off my anxiety and depression at will to power through because manly man reasons. As a single dad, my son is generally excluded from things like park meetups or birthday parties because apparently I don't fit in with the other parents. I've probably been told it 1,000 times in 1,000 variations. What they actually mean is I'm a man and mums don't want me around because it's generally just mums. Lack of emotional support. People always think you have some hidden agenda. Dick touching the cold porcelain of the toilet. How do you know if a girl's hitting on you or just being nice? That's the neat part, you don't. 90 of the time it is being nice, the other 10 it can be hard to read the signs. Maybe ask politely if she would like to get to know each other better, with the expectation she might say no and she was just being nice. If they're at work, they're never hitting on you. You can just ask. One time a bartender called me pumpkin and I was just like, I'm sorry, are you flirting with me or just being nice? She just laughed and said both, I guess. It went well. Only way to know for sure is to ask. Personally, I've made the mistake of thinking anyone actually liked me like that. In my case, 100 of the time the answer was actually no, lol. But OFCYMMV. Just so you know, I'm just a friendly person. I'm not hitting on you. Shoot your shot. You'll find out then you miss every shot you don't take. If they're being flirty and talking about sex, they're probably flirting. Non-Americans of Reddit, would you consider moving to the United States? Why or why not? Seems like a beautiful country filled with some great people. However, I wouldn't live there until they sort out workers' rights and the health service. No. In the UK I get around 35 days paid leave every year, which I am openly encouraged and in some cases required to take. I get 6 months fully paid sick leave if I need it. My health care is free of charge. Yes, the NHS has issues, but if I wind up needing treatment for cancer, I won't end up with a £1,000,000 bill at the end. I don't worry about my kids getting shot at school. Has anyone here said yes? Can't find one. No. I don't like their health management issues, worker rights and politics. Holidays yes, but not to live. It's far too polarized and feels dangerous. If band names were literal, what would be the best worst concerts to attend? Fine Young Cannibals, Megadeth, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Rem would be a snooze fest. Rush. It'd probably be like 5 seconds. Scorpions would be pretty bad. With special guest Whitesnake. Smash Mouth. I'm sure Sex Pistols would be interesting. Blue Man Group would be the exact same, lol. Everybody would be disgusted at a Papa Roach show. A Flock of Seagulls would be pretty awful, tbh. Conjuring mental images of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Tame Impala would be cool. You could go up and pet the Impala. The Police would be quite unfun. The Killers. Circle Jerks. I could just go to Home Depot if I wanted to see Tool. Cradle of Filth and Napalm Death would probably be up there. Jimmy Eat World would be a bad one. Counting Crows would be pretty dull. 1. 2. Oh, I guess that's all of them. Non-Canadians of Reddit. What is the first thing you think of when you think of Canada? Maple syrup. It's basically just colder, better America. Robin Scherbatsky, musical notes. Let's go to the mall everybody, musical notes. Hockey, poutine. People with heads split in half by their mouth. In addition to bears, snow and other things, there's one thing I really admire about that country. As a Brazilian, my country has one of the worst reputations in terms of LGBT people. It is one of the countries that kills the most LGBT, and Canada is very supportive of LGBT. Leaf. Letterkenny. Maple syrup, big brown round hats and mooses. Snow ice. Porridge. Pretty cool flag. In Australia we're stuck with Britain by night. Why there's a leaf on their flag. Indians. Stan Rogers. Winter. Mountains. Tons. What are things racist people say and claim it's not racist? I can't be racist, I'm not white. Anything that references race and compares it to another race, and especially if there's a double standard at play. Oh well, she can do that because she's black. I'm not racist, but I can't be racist because I'm black. People who aren't white can't be racist. I'm curious to see how people react to that. Anything prefaced by I'm not racist but, or I have plenty of friends but, she's so pretty for a black girl, or she's like exotic pretty. Their kind need to X. Fucking I. Okay. I'm trying to tell my Dutch family members that maybe Zwarte Piet is kind of racist. And now, I know this question was trying to go the other way, but they went full on, well that's how black people were in those times, so I don't mind dating people, but I'd never marry one. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. What fact are you just tired of explaining to people? You shouldn't fully drain batteries to make them last longer. That was old info that only applied to NiCad and not modern lithium batteries or NIM. The difference between type 1 and 2 diabetes, two completely different diseases, being a healthcare worker and sometimes even having to explain it to my coworkers, is tiring. Antibiotics will not help your virus. Even if you feel really crappy. Ibuprofen and Motrin are the same thing. Why the hell will no one believe that? They always insist on looking it up and Google never fails me, so they just kinda glare at me. Apostrophes don't make words plural. I need our effing identification information because we are at a bank. I don't care who you say you aren't the person you're claiming to be until I have proof. You can't just walk into the bank, ask for $10K and not expect to be verified. Stop giving me a hard time for protecting your money for you. What celebrity downfall did you actually feel bad for? Jake Lloyd? I was reading into what happened to him after watching Jingle All the Way and recognizing him as a young Anakin Skywalker. Apparently Hollywood and the Star Wars franchise in particular, really got to him, and he wound up being diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. It's a shame learning of these unfortunate stories concerning child actors. You can't help but want to root for them, but the reality of their situation is often disappointing. 100 Brendan Fraser. He was sexually assaulted, tried to bring it to light, and Hollywood cast him out for it. Couldn't get acting roles for many years. Editors need to add that the person who assaulted him was a Hollywood executive. What food looks disgusting but tastes great? Mussels. Stew. Passion fruit looks like vomit frog spawn but tastes great. Cream chipped beef. Finnish Easter food mammy. Depending on how you feel about penicillin, cheese I guess. Several people I know are put off by various cheeses' appearances but will eat them happily, hidden in food or chopped up or melted, etc. Black pudding. Fresh oysters. Ops mom. Satay chicken pizza from Mr. and Mrs. Pizza on Canterbury Road, Melbourne House. Looks like the bad variety of vomit. Taste is a harmonious duet of pizza and, you guessed it, drool. Twin Bings. Head cheese. Braunschweiger. Lentils. My homemade baba ganoush. I leave some of the charred skin in and use tons of parsley. Tastes great but looks set. Bubble squeak can look a bit dodgy but tastes great. Pea soup. Mofongo. Morcilla. Sashimi. The gods have demanded we sacrifice 10 of the human population. How should we choose who goes, and why? The resulting global war kills 50 of the population while gods scream, guys, that's enough. Guys in vain. Just randomly sink cruise ships. Start with the volunteers. Sorted by pizza toppings. Let's choose a sex offender. May the odds be ever in your favor. Guess it's time for Squid Game IRL. Pedophiles. People who clap when airplanes land. People who don't return their shopping cart to the cart corral. Tell them no. Let's be honest here. It would be the disabled, the elderly, and the terminally ill first, then probably starving people. No one. We kill these supposed gods instead, or die trying. Eliminate everyone attempting to sacrifice someone. Problem solved. Oh, this could get dark. Lol. Criminality. Let's take out the fentanyl dealers. People with mental disorders. What would you like people to understand better about your condition? It's tiring. I'm tired all the time. The amount of effort I have to put into being a functional adult is exhausting. Everything is difficult. Nothing is easy or simple. I'm just so tired. So I have psychotic bipolar, and the thing that I want people to understand is that most of the time I'm pretty chill. I hear voices and they say horrible things to me, but I decide whether to listen to them or not. They don't control me. In fact, with a lot of time and dedication I can almost control them. But then sometimes I'm not chill and it's okay to help me get help. What is so ridiculously overpriced, yet you still buy groceries right now? Cars, at least in my area. Brand new cars are few and far between. And it's not unusual to see used cars with prices 10k to 12k above what the price was a year and a half ago. It's insane. Concessions at sporting events. As much as I try my best to eat before I go and resist the urge to buy beer when I am there, some days, seeing others enjoying their beer and food snacks make me say F it, and I indulge too. Pretty much all the things I need to stay alive. Razor refills, Warhammer 40k minis, coffee, health insurance, medical supplies, electricity, rent, insulin, my antidepressants. What are we no longer in the golden age of? Comedy movies. Honestly, what's the last blockbuster comedy movie you saw in a packed theater? Streaming. There was a blissful 10 years where basically everything was on one or two platforms. Now we've more or less reinvented television with the fracturing of media platforms, but on demand, which is still an improvement, but come on, it was so nice for a while there. The old OG App Store games. Now we have false advertisements for the current App Store games. Edit: I didn't expect this to blow up. Thank you stranger for my first ever silver ownership. I feel like we all just rent, borrow, stream, digital download, or straight up just consume and rebuy low quality products. Edit: thanks for the awards. And I'm real happy to see so many people just as PO as me at this. Radio, journalism. What is a show you hate, that everyone loves? Grey's Unlucky. Can one hospital be? Crime procedurals. Every fucking show is the same. All of them. Your cast, the leader who knows it all, the quirky lab tech, the tough cop who the leader forms a romantic connection with. The goes against the rules renegade tech, the newbie, masked singer. Everyone just acts so cringe on the show, especially the judges or whatever they are. 13 Reasons Why. Just did not want to watch season 2. I wouldn't say I hate it, but I lost interest in The Walking Dead pretty early on. It was just so repetitive after a while. Bachelor, Bachelorette, Real Housewives, The View, Dancing with the Stars, sports talk shows. Grey's Anatomy. Wife loves it, I loathe it. The Bachelor, Bachelorette. What is the appeal of watching a bunch of the opposite sex basically lying, cheating, and stealing for a random stranger? I don't get it. Americans of Reddit. What is the worst big city in the USA and why? Bakersfield, California. Nothing but meth and strip malls. Scrolled through and did not find my Bakersfield or Fresno. Pretty sure the devil has part-time vacation homes in both of them. Bakersfield. East. Stopped once for gas. Didn't think I was going to make it back on 55. I haven't been to every city in the US. But Baltimore could use a little cleaning up since we're on the subject. I think every city has great parts. But emo worst parts of Baltimore is pretty out there. What city is extremely overrated in your opinion? Miami. A city of narcissists and attention whores. Dubai, Miami. Seen as the holy land for vacations here in Latin America, but in reality it is just so meh. I don't know if anyone but children and retirees actually like this city, but Law and I hate Orlando. Nothing personal, but Dubai. And I'm not a city designer, but I don't think you call it a downtown when there's a 12-lane highway cutting through a bunch of skyscraper walls and that's it. Pisa was a bit of a letdown. Myrtle Beach. Tourists act like it's the damn Bahamas. Vegas. Nashville. My former employer was headquartered there and so I went frequently. It seems like if you don't like drinking or country music, you're kind of out of it. Wasn't that walkable and no real nice parks with trails, etc. I greatly appreciate that anyone saying Chicago is getting downvoted. Non-Americans, what American food do you find questionable? Is this for another BuzzFeed article? I witnessed a Turkish friend's first corn dog. He grabbed it and started eating it, not understanding what a corn dog was. After the first bite, he was so surprised and bursted into excitement. Whoa, there's a hot dog in here. He loved every bite and went back for about 5 more. My mind is boggled by the amount of comments saying spray cheese. I've lived in the US my entire life, 40 years, and worked in a grocery store for many years. I've never had it, and I've rarely seen people buy it. I think it is a niche thing. Definitely not flying off the shelves. It's just so interesting seeing so many comments about it. Is that how we are advertised in other countries? Guys, what's the most unattractive thing girls do that they think is attractive? Reddit consensus loudly says fake anything. Women seem to do this thing where they act like not noticing me is hot, I guess. It's been 28 years, we can stop now. Hate on other girls that have nothing to do with them. I dated a girl who always had something nasty to say about any girl within eyesight. Got real old real quick. Those big allergic reaction lips. Try and look like Kim K or any influencer. Shit is like repellent for me. Dropping hints instead of just being direct. Them big ass Australian huntsman spider lashes they be wearing turn off my G. Smiley face. Fake cutesy baby voice. Act rude and entitled. Fake lips. I don't get it why they do it, but they look so unbelievable disgusting. Normal lips doesn't matter if small, medium or big are already so lovely. Emo. Butt implants. They look terrible. Duck lips. Glad that isn't a thing anymore.